Hey yo YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be going over the Staun tire deflators. Honestly, I've used these set of tire deflators a couple times on the trails already. Today we're just going to dial them in a little more. You're going to want to take the time in your own garage, in the comfort of your garage, to be setting up these tire deflators. It can take literally 30-40 minutes to set up, and you do not want to be stumbling on setting them up on the trail. So right here I have a stack of the OEM Tacoma tires, and we're just going to use this to test out and set up our Staun tire deflators. So here's what the tire deflator looks like. You got these two parts here, the top part here, the top grippy part, and the bottom grippy part. You're just going to unscrew them off so they're not tied up against each other. So I'm just going to guesstimate. I was pretty close last time, but I'm going to make it where I want it to be. I tend to like running my PSI, my tire PSIs at about 18, 16, 17, 18. So if I'm in the ballpark, that's where I'm going to keep it. Anyways, I'm going to lock it here and let's screw it onto the tire and let's test it out. All right, so right now the tire PSI is at 26. So again, my target's gonna be 18, 17, 16, around there. That's where I like mine, and it's personal preference. So while we wait, I'm gonna use the amount of thread that's showing down under. So right now we're about 2 threads showing. So I'm gonna use that as an indicator and work from there. Okay, so that's pretty much it. It stops on its own. We're gonna recheck the tire PSI now. See where we're at. So we're about at 21 right there. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna back this off just a tad. So since we're at 2 threads, I'm gonna go to 3 threads showing. And I figured this out on my own that the more threads you have showing, the less PSI you're gonna have, if that makes sense. The lower the PSI.
The next day.
Nice. Seems to be the perfect amount of time. Ah, right on the spot. I'm happy with that. So 18. Yeah, that's pretty much 18. So again, we've got, I don't know if this is going to show, but we've got about 3 threads showing. Again, I'm counting the amount of threads right there. So to set up the other 3, to have a little shortcut, you're just going to count the amount of threads. Again, we're at 3, so we're going to set the others at 3 and then fine tune it that way. And so on the trail, how I handle this so I don't accidentally unlock this mechanism is this top part, I will go ahead and just handle it from the top and screw it on the valve stem that way. When I unscrew this, I tend to go way down here. There's some lines here, I don't know what they're for, but it does give me some grip there. So I grab a hold of that right there and unscrew it that way. I try not to mess with this while unscrewing because you could potentially undo this locking mechanism. I'm going to show you how I screw it onto the valve stem, whether it be here or on the truck. I just hold the top part here. Sometimes it automatically lets air out, or you might have to pull this part. All right, so I'm going to unscrew it holding the bottom part. All right, so I've got all 4 of them dialed in. What you may want to do, I'll probably do in a little bit, probably grab a Sharpie or something, or one of those automotive markers, and then just mark a line straight across, knowing that all of them are still set up. Or just realize that 3 threads is close enough to where you want it to be. And that should do it. Picking which tire deflator system boils down to personal preference. I came across this on one of the mini forums, and I like how compact it is. All 4 of them fit in this little tiny pouch that I just keep on the side of my door there. I like the idea of the Morphlate system. If I ever do upgrade, I'll do the Morphlate just because I can get all 4 at one time. But I just like the fact that you have all that wire to manage, and you know, to roll up when you're all done, and gets all dirty, drags all throughout the dirt and whatnot. Anyways, this system works for me. If you have not deflated on a trail, you are missing out. The first time I deflated was a dream. I'm still on stock suspension, so I needed a little more comfort from the tires. I'm asking a little more from the tires to do a little more work for me, because the stock suspension is not going to cut it. Now, even if you're on upgraded aftermarket suspension, you're probably going to want to deflate anyways, just for pure comfort. Again, I'm preaching what everybody else is preaching. You have increased contact patch to the ground, and again, my primary reason is for comfort. Anyways, this sums up the video. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.